Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. Today in our closer look series, we're going to look at a company called Deep Genomics. Now imagine for a moment that the DNA is a language and the human genome is very large. It has got a lot of alphabets in it arranged in various sequences, and each of those combinations are what create proteins and determine what we look like and how our health behaves. So if one were to understand that language, then it would be so easy to cure diseases and identify problems and fix them. That's exactly what Deep Genomics is doing. I just went through their website. Of course, you know that I'm an investor and not a scientist. But whatever I saw there, they have very helpful videos to explain their process. It's really encouraging. So join me in taking a closer look at Deep Genomics. Let's get started. Deep Genomics is a Toronto-based genomics company that has me excited. As a Torontonian, I'm really excited to profile this company. And this is the first time I'm profiling a company that is based in Toronto in my channel. And their tagline reads, "Programming RNA therapies, any gene, any condition." So it's a very broad tagline. Quite exciting to see a company with such lofty ideals. And I'm going to talk to you about the company. First, let us start off with this group photograph that I have here, which shows a good number of the 50-strong team that they have. And you can see it's a bright group. And if scrolling down further in this website, if we take a look at their management team, their experience and profiles seems to be really strong. I'm not going to go through everybody's profile, but I would like to focus on founder and CEO Brendan Frey, who is an internationally acclaimed entrepreneur, engineer, and scientist. Brendan has made fundamental contributions in the field of deep learning, genomic medicine, and information technology. He has also co-authored he has co-authored over 200 papers in these areas and was one of the initial contributors that helped launch the field of deep learning. So you can imagine the expertise that he brings to the table. Brendan was a pioneer in developing AI systems that would accurately predict normal and pathological cell and genome biology, facilitating biomedical breakthroughs. And also on top of that, Brendan is professor of engineering and medicine at the University of Toronto. So that's a very, very strong profile. You don't find these kind of people very often. Deep Genomics is a truly multidisciplinary company, and no one displays the example much better than who Brendan is. The way Brendan has shaped his career with a multidisciplinary approach is reflected in Deep Genomics. A fellow of American Association for Advancement of Science, a fellow of Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers, a senior fellow of the Canadian Institute of Advanced Research, and a fellow of the Royal Society of Canada. All of these are the credentials of Brendan. And another interesting profile in the company is Amit Deveshwar, who is a Google alumni. He's VP and head of predictive systems at Deep Genomics. Under his leadership, Deep Genomics has developed more than 40 machine learning models of molecular phenotype and developed novel hepatocyte delivery technology. I'm still curious about that delivery technology because, as we all know, for genetic medicine, especially CRISPR-Cas9, delivery has been a big problem. We have issues of off-base edits, and we have issues regarding penetration of the therapy into the right cells to the right depth and all those kind of things, and GVHD and all that aspects. So I'm still not clear about the delivery mechanism. I'll have to do a little bit more reading. And being a non-science person, just being an investor, it's a daunting task, but someday I might probably approach the company and try to get some ideas about that and bring it back to you guys here. Continuing to talk about Amit. Amit received his bachelor degree in software engineering and psychology from the University of Calgary. His PhD is from the University of Toronto, where he studied machine learning for oncology and built tree structure Bayesian non-parametric models for untangling the complex biology of intra-tumor heterogeneity. So it's a mouthful for me to say, but suffice to say that as an investor, I'm really impressed with this, with the team that they have here. Now, a quick peek at their product. Their product is the AI Workbench. The way I understand is that their medicines are basically called steric blocking oligonucleotides, consisting of a set of 20 letters to match up with the target RNA to modify the interpretation of instructions by the cell to prevent bad protein creation or boost or suppress quantity of protein created. This in turn leads to curing conditions created by the genetic defect that it was addressing in the first place. These 20 letters can change depending on target disease. That means the team needs to negotiate the entire human genome and identify targets associated with conditions. This is an exhaustive task and needs solid computational power. This is where AI Workbench comes in. AI Workbench, as per their website, is defined as our AI Workbench enables us to efficiently find drug candidates with desirable properties. We are focusing on the development and marketing of steric blocking oligonucleotides, SBOs, that target the genetic determinants of disease and the level of RNA or DNA. These genetic diseases are mediated by altered molecular phenotypes such as transcription, splicing, translation, and protein binding. Predicting these alterations is our core competency. The oligonucleotide therapeutic design space includes tens of billions of compounds, but our platform makes it possible to search this space efficiently. So that's the technical definition for the AI Workbench. But the way I understand that is that if I was to imagine the human genome, it's exceptionally long. It took a very long time to just read the entire human genome and map it. So it's going to be difficult for any company that sets out with these kind of ambitions of coming up with SBOs. Therefore, the need for efficient computing and artificial intelligence was a given, and AI Workbench seems to be in a position to do that. And as with all AI systems, the system gets better with more usage, with more data, and with more results. And as such, they are currently developing their AI Workbench 3.0 to support target identification and drug discovery for more common complex diseases involving multiple genes. None of their pipeline candidates are in clinical trial at this point of time. They're all in the preclinical stage. But this company seems very promising. They are not yet in the stock exchange and have had 3 rounds of funding so far. And the latest was their Series C funding, which happened in June 2021, when they raised around $180 million. And investors in this company include just a few names here: SoftBank, CPP Investment, and Fidelity Management and Research Company. These are all really big investors who have a very good team. And if they have identified and invested money in this company, you can imagine that their business case is really strong. And I personally feel, looking at the website and the details of their products, I feel that we have a winner out here. Though this company is not in the stock exchange, we need to keep track because they may one day go public or may have therapies that may compete with one of our watch lists of genomic companies. And that's the reason why I thought I should bring this company to your notice. Of course, we have to wait a long time for them to probably come into the mainstream media. But believe me, this company is really good, and soon we'll be hearing about them all over the place. And this is where you'd have heard it first. So I hope you liked this video, and please do not forget to put a like out there. And if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel. And with that, I would like to say thanks and have a great day, and bye for now.